Hi, my name is Jordan Seymour, and today we will be reviewing Sunset Overdrive. Now, before we begin, the layout of this review will be fun factor, gameplay, sound, graphics, and replayability. Without further ado, let's get started. So, first, I'm going to talk about the fun factor of this game. And Sunset Overdrive does a really good job of capturing this really stylistic world. It's very colorful. It's okay. The fun factor, it was there in the beginning, not so much in the middle and the end. I couldn't really push through as much as I wanted to. I feel as if it kind of dragged on and the missions were kind of a lull, and it just kind of drug on and drug on. And you played it to play, and you played to collect items for other people so you could build stuff. And it seems like a normal game, but at the same time, it's just kind of repetitive. And I guess it's just the way they went about it that kind of took me off. I don't know, but it was fun at certain points, but it took some effort to put in. As you see, the clips here are from the very beginning of the game, more so the tutorial than anything. At I wish there was more of this in the game. You see people getting taken up by birds and crap that got mutated by the virus, which I will explain later. It's I wish there was more of that pizzazz, if you will. The tutorial was pretty good. I really wish there was some kind of sprint button or something like that. It wasn't implemented, so I found that kind of weird. But, anyways, now on to the graphics. As you see here, this is a character creation menu, which was somewhat extensive. Don't mind the choices I picked. Don't judge those. Anyways, as I was saying, the graphics in this game are very good. As I mentioned before, the stylized look really speaks to the game, but I just can't help but notice the potential for what it could have been. It just really makes me sad because I had such high hopes for this game. It really had something going for it here with the graphics, and it's just a shame to where the gameplay kind of brought that down as much as it did. However, I do enjoy the graphics. I do enjoy the stylized look. It looks pretty nice. Of course, I played it on Xbox because it's an exclusive. Obviously, 30 frames per second, not getting 4K or anything, it's gonna hurt it. But at the same time, it still looked pretty nice. So before I get into the meat of the review, I'll go ahead and tell you about the story. So essentially, what it is this conglomerate company makes this energy drink, and everybody enjoys it. It's the opening night for it, and whatever. There's a huge block party in the city, and what happens is there's some kind of viral strain inside the actual drink called Overdrive, and essentially what it does is it literally mutates the people into what you see on the screen, to these morph things, and basically you're fighting through it, and you're going to try and get out of the city and get help and get out and live. Going on to a different subject, the sound in this game I thought was pretty good. The soundtrack mainly consists of rock and roll, guitar riffs, stuff like that. The sound effects were pretty good. There could have been a couple nicks here and there, but other than that, I enjoyed them. There's a lot of little plinks and boops and dips and wahs. Don't mind that. I'm weird. So, I mean, yes, the sound effects were pretty good. I'll give it that. The music was pretty good. The soundtrack seems a little bit repetitive after a while, but honestly, most games get a little repetitive after a while, so it's understandable. Now, onto the gameplay, and this is what hurts the game the absolute most, because it is a grinding simulator. People, if you do not grind in this game, you will die. That is the simple fact of it, because you have hordes of enemies that come after you, and it just, it hurts so much to sit there and go back and forth, shoot, back and forth, shoot. It just hurts so bad to see something like this get so repetitive in gameplay. Ooh, it makes me want to strangle someone. I just don't understand why they would do that. And, like, it just doesn't make physical sense. Now, obviously, we're talking about a video game. It doesn't have to make physical sense, but if you want to be that kind of person, it does not make any sense at all. because I'm like a 200-pound dude that can jump like 5,000 feet in the air, and then I can go and grind on wires without ripping poles out of the ground. It just doesn't make sense. But this is just me taking my anger out on the repetitive quest line, the crappy missions. Now, some, albeit, may be a little bit more fun than others, but it just irks me so much. It reminds me of Saints Row, and that's not a good thing. And even that, Saints Row was better in what they did, because it takes like these little side missions you can do where you have to rack up enough points and then you get medals and all that, and you can build stuff. It's literally the same thing as Saints Row was. It's just not even as repetitive as that. Well, I take that back. Saints Row is awful repetitive, but you get the drift. Now, as the replayability here, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say there's not really that much, if any at all. Other than the fact that you can make a new character, there's no branching storyline. There's no extra things you can get for playing more than once. It doesn't make sense how, like, just generically straight line this game is. There's no branching at all. It's stupid. But, I mean, it is what it is. I just don't understand why the developers chose to make it such a straight line. But, anywho, replayability-wise, there's not much, if any, at all. I'm probably, definitely not going to play it again. Sorry, but yeah. So, to wrap things up for the final verdict, the gameplay was trash. The graphics were good. I'll give the graphics and the sound good ratings. I did like them. I did enjoy them. I did have a fun time seeing the city. I just had fun with that part. As for the replayability, obviously there's not much, if any at all, unless if you like the game, by all means, go ahead, replay it, but I can't say I am one of those people. So, for lack of better things to do, I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10. Simply because of this repetitive gameplay and storyline, it just hurts so bad. Sorry, but oh my god. It hurt to play sometimes, and I just wanted it to end. Give me the bleach, Mom. Just kidding, but yes. I'm gonna take a 6 out of 10 on this. It was fun at some points, the graphics were okay, but I couldn't do it. I don't know. If you have a differing opinion, go ahead, leave it in the comments. Call me an idiot, call me a retard. I really couldn't care less. Tell me your thoughts, let me know what you think, and why you think I'm an idiot. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. This has been Jordan Seymour and Sunset Overdrive.